Hey y'all, welcome to Intention 1111. Today I'm just going to do a warm-up collective, 11 separation collective. We haven't done one of those in a while. Before we move on to the rest of the September monthlies, I wanted to say thank you to everybody who interacts with the channel, comments, likes, subscribes. I appreciate you guys. If you'd like to book a personal read with me, you can reach me at whereyourintentions at intentions1111.com. Or, I'm still taking requests from the Jezebel Way at gmail.com. So let's see what we've got going on this month. It's been a wild September. Right off the bat, we've got hidden emotions and crossroads and missing you. Now, again, for those of you who are new to the channel who don't know what the Love and Separation reads are about, originally that was a read that was designed for twin flames, right? Love and separation. But it kind of grew into, whoever it applied to, really. Someone across the street, someone who you think about from 15 years ago, whatever it is, okay? So here we have hidden emotions. We have somebody at a crossroads. So somebody's trying to make a decision about changing their direction in life. We have someone who's hiding how they feel, and they're kind of tired of hiding how they feel. And they are feeling an overwhelming push and pull toward you, collective. So let's see what that's about. That ought to be interesting. They want to take action. That Ace of Wands came right out. They're making a decision, seeking new opportunities. They're seeking a new opportunity with you in some way. I think they're trying to figure out a way in, maybe, right? So let's see what's going on with this person. Whoever it is in your mind. Okay, they want to have a conversation with you. Yeah, they're anticipating a lot of conflict. So push and pull. You have anxiety happening here. A lot of times, twin flames will. You go through these weird stages in this journey where you'll be feeling the energy of your partner, and it's like a moment of anxiety, a moment of, something's going on, and you don't know if it's going on with you or with them. A lot of times when, and the ability to decipher who it is difficult, right? I always find, though, that if you sit still and you just think about it for a minute and you feel like whatever it is that's being transferred to you and you're experiencing, if it feels out of place, then it's not you, right? So if you're going on about your day and everything's great, and then boom, you get hit with a wave of something, and you're triggered about thinking about this person. A lot of times, if you sit down and say, what do I have to feel this way about? Is this appropriate for me to feel this way about? Is this fit right now in the moment with me? And you come up with no's to all of those things, then kind of that's been a wave of energy transference from your counterpart and an indication about what they may be going through at the moment. Now, it took me a lot of years to kind of learn that just because I'm feeling that doesn't mean I need to do anything about it, right? I don't need to reach out. I don't need to talk to them. I don't need to do anything about it. All I need to do is experience it, say, okay, that's what it is, send it back to them, and wish them what's for their highest good, wish them love, send them some healing with their heart, and that's it. Right? Because it's their shit that they need to take care of, not for you to take care of, right? But you may have been experiencing the conflict of feeling these things here and not understanding why. And a lot of times you have someone, if you're in that kind of journey, who you'll feel that push and pull and you're not quite sure what's going on. So at that moment, it's time for you to delve into yourself and think about how that can mirror something to you. Not for you to act on, not for you to have expectations on, right? For others of you, you've got someone here who's trying to reach back out. They've been feeling the push and the pull of the situation. They're sort of at a crossroads because they've come to a realization that what they're doing isn't working, or what they've been doing isn't working. And they're seeking out a new way of doing things, and they're seeking out a new opportunity with you. You have someone here who wants to have a conversation. They're afraid of the conflict with that conversation. Is there going to be blowback from that conversation? So let's see what's going on with the collective. You have two cards here that are indicating mirroring behavior. You've got the Lovers and you've got the Two of Cups here. So the thought of the other is still on your mind and on their mind. You've got a judgment about maintaining balance in your life. And so this this thought process can look like, well, if they ever come back around again, I'm not sure that I'm ready to give this person a second chance, because I don't want to go back to this anxiety-ridden place. I don't want to go back to worrying about why, the whys and the hows. I want to protect my peace. And so I'm not sure if it's a really big risk to give this person another chance. When they come back around, the boundary and the expectation is that we have to both be in balance in our lives. We have to both be on the same page. So you're debating, collective, whether or not you want to entertain that opportunity. We'll tell you, for twin flames, this person is cycling back around, right? So do with that what you want. Let's see what's going on between the two of you. You're both hanging on to the other one. The lack of commitment, though, the lack of stability, the lack of balance in the situation has been a big problem. I think you're both looking to see if that's been achieved. I think that both of you are saying here, this hasn't gone anywhere and isn't going anywhere. Is this truly a new, turning over a new leaf, right? Are we truly able to turn over a new leaf? Or are we going to revert back to the same old shit that we always have? So that's kind of on both your minds. So let's see what the blocks are for this other party, for the collective. Being honest, getting out of their ego, being authentic and transparent is a block for this person. This person strikes me as somebody who likes to put on the dog. That's what we call it. Like, oh, everything's wonderful. I've been doing this and that. I'm really looking about taking care of my body and taking care of my eating habits and taking care of things. And this person is projecting. And so it could be your experience. It could not be that when this person really starts talking about physical fitness, or they really start talking about wanting to take care of their body and blah, 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 you may experience that this person is off the wagon, okay? Or they may be hitting it pretty hard with the substance abuse, or they may be projecting, right, in some way. Or you may find that this person's just really elevating themselves, that they've reinvented the wheel about riding their bike for physical fitness when really they've fucked around and lost their damn license, or something like that, right? So be very careful because this person has a tendency to try to make things sound like it's an original idea when really it's a consequence of their behavior, right? So this person here has a tendency to do that. That's a block for them. Transparency and being honest and open with you and themselves is a block. Now, I see them wanting to come in as the Queen of Swords with some cold hard truth to you. But when they become uncomfortable with their current circumstances, they have a tendency to project half truths, right? Or to make things sound better than what they really are, right? And this person, I think, doesn't think that you've caught on to that, right? They don't think that you are aware that that's how they do. So if they start going there, take it with a grain of salt and realize, oh, okay, well, this is where we're at again. And maybe if you're feeling brazen enough when you have this conversation with this person, ask some hard questions. It may be time for you to sort of put a stop to the ongoing conversation between you and this person that is it's bullshit, right? Like, don't bullshit me, Did you really waste your time and take this risk to contact me to tell me some bullshit? Is that what we're doing? So it may be time for you to kind of mirror to them that, hey, don't waste my time. I'm not going to waste yours. Either tell me really what's going on with you or don't bother, right? So it looks like maybe if this is their block, you're not interested in pretending like you don't know anymore. And again, you've got the Four of Wands here, which is about coming into balance, protecting your peace. So maybe do some research or really ask the hard questions before you try and entertain this energy again, which is really just a distraction and a time waster. Let's see what the blocks for you are. Okay. I think you've grown a little bit of a tough exterior here. The block for you is you sort of given up on this situation and the idea that this is going to be manifest in the physical in a healthy way. It's kind of like you've built up a lot of walls here to protect yourself from this person. And you sometimes when we experience something like that, we have a tendency to become what's the word for it? We have a tendency to become more tougher exterior, right? In order to be able to withstand the arrows, right? And so that's what you've sort of become. I am in control, which is a good thing. Yes, you are. Of your own, the things you can control, right? And I am not going to entertain any kind of fuckery, right? But you've also, in a way, sort of taken it to an extreme. Some of you could be out there in which you are not willing to bend or budge or be flexible, right? In any kind of forward movement that's not on your list. And right now, at the present moment, that may be exactly what you need. Or it may have been what you needed to cope or get through things. But there might be an idea about letting down some of those exterior walls in order to not be flexible or have the idea that you can control this situation, right? You cannot control this situation, but you can control how you react to it, right? I think, though, that you're going to have to handle this with a little bit of restraint when you are saying don't come any closer, right? Um, this person has some truth to tell you. Whether or not you want to receive that truth is, of course, up to you. But you're not going to get that truth if you're, if you're like this, right? Now, again, when this person comes in with their bullshit about, oh, everything's been fantastic, I've decided to, become a vegan because I'm really wanting to, blah, blah, blah. And okay, they've been hitting the bottle. Okay, that's what they're doing. Or whatever. To ask the hard questions. You can't come in with that because people have a tendency to shut down. So, anyway, you can attract more flies with honey. I suppose that's what I'm trying to get at. Don't come in hard, right? Now, maintain your boundaries, but don't come in so hard that this person's completely shut down. Now, if that's where you're headed, if that's what you want, then absolutely, But if that's not what you're seeking, then put the walls down just a little bit, enough to kind of see who's out there, right? Let's see what the blocks between the two of you are. What are the blocks between the two? The offer, putting in the work, and the communication are the blocks. All three of those things pose as a burden. The issue of where are we going, what are we doing, is a block. For divine counterparts out there, if you have somebody flitting in and out of your life, sometimes that's the way the twin flame game goes, right? You're not going to have your normal 3D shit happening. Apples and oranges, right? And those of you who have been on the journey know what I'm talking about. When you go through constant cycles, and sometimes they're coming in for a learning cycle. Sometimes they're coming in for you to learn a lesson. You both learn through the cycles, though. But that doesn't mean, you let them just come in and out whenever they feel like it. Right? Because that's not healthy for anybody. So this constant cycle of sometimes you're here and sometimes you're not is maybe what you're being called to shut down, are these cycles here, right? That you don't ever feel like they really lead to anything. So putting in the work, the offer, consistency, communication. If none of those things are there, then you don't need to entertain it, period. New beginnings come from making the offer. The issue here is that you've got two differentiating ideas between the two. One is all about trying to manifest in the physical. The other one here is this is turned into more of a spiritual journey. So you're not really on the same page with each other. So take that into consideration. One, this is about love and emotion and spirituality, and another one, this other person here, it's about the physical. And the apology sometimes is never good enough, right? It's never enough. There's never enough to maintain this. So let's see what this person is thinking about you. When they think, what they're thinking about you is actually things that you've shown them in regard to themselves, okay? So let's just start off right there. Remember that part and file it away. Excuse me. This person here is thinking that they've trapped themselves in a particular lifestyle. They've trapped themselves in a particular idea about who they truly are. Their ways, right, have trapped them. And they've created a block to you. You know, this person may be all about a party lifestyle or living on the edge, you know, or whatever the crap they tell themselves, right? And you're not. You're interested in balance and harmony and peace and being on the same page. This person here is a fly by the seat of their pants type of energy. But they know that what you've shown them in regard to themselves has, this idea has trapped them. They've trapped themselves in this idea of who they are. And they know that they need to make a change, or they need to quit lying to themselves with this crossroads card here about coming toward you, right? That's the only thing that's going to draw the two of you back together. So let's see what they're feeling about you. There's some type of closure here that they're seeking in their life. The Star card here is in reverse, right? Next to the Page of Wands and the Strength card. So there's some sort of closure or healing that they're seeking. There's some sort of thorn they feel like they've got to pull out in order for a wound to heal. Or maybe this is what they're viewing you as. They know that they need to cop to something in order to heal the situation. Could be either or. The other idea here is that they know they have to have the courage to kind of grow up in order to be this King of Cups instead of this Page of Wands. You know, earlier we talked about a lifestyle over here that you have shown them that, you know, was kind of like, this is never going anywhere, right? They know that they have to have the courage in order to grow and heal and kind of grow up, right? So whatever you said to them is sinking in, finally. Whatever you showed them about some bullshit they were doing over here is sinking in, okay? And they're realizing, well, shit, you know, they were right. I got to quit lying to myself because I'm just living in my own fantasy world. Okay. And they know in order to be up here with you, that they've got to elevate from a page to a king. Right? They have to elevate. They have to have the courage to elevate. So again, second example, right, of them. How do they think of you? What do they feel about you in regards to something that you've shown them? Not the answer being, how do they feel about you? The closest we're coming to that here is that they are knowing that they've got to elevate in order to be with you. And a lot of people, that's it. That's it, where it stops right there. Well, if I got to change this and I got to change that, and I'm not talking about constructive things. I'm talking about things that are causing chaos and not being constructive, right? Well, if I have to change my playboy or playgirl ways and I've got to put some substance abuse issues down, or I have to change my lifestyle for you, they're done at that moment, right? It never goes any further. So silver lining, whatever you said to them, it's starting to sink in. They're starting to realize, well, shit. I mean, they were right. They know they have to elevate. But again, this person is still thinking of you as an extension of them, not necessarily about you. Okay, so bear that in mind. The hope that you have here that they may be on the same page with you, they're not there yet completely. So take it with a grain of salt. I feel like you know this person's pattern pretty well by now, so you're going to know kind of the telltale signs when they start talking, you know, kind of what the pattern is here, right? They are not there yet to think of the two of you as one person or the two of you as individual people contributing to a relationship. They are still thinking of you in terms of, well, I got to quit doing this and I got to quit. I. Right? So let's see what their intention is here. What is this person's intention? Their plan is to make an offer for you. I think that they want to show you something. They either want to show you if they've progressed here. They do have expectations coming into this situation because they're wanting a contract of sorts here. It has been a thought process for them. Thinking about, again, another opportunity, hidden emotions, missing you, a crossroads decision. I've got to change my life. Okay? So that is their intention. Let's see what you can expect from them. I think what they want to do is come in and make you see that they've reinvented themselves. What they're saying to you is that I'm coming in as a king of pentacles, right? I'm coming in as a, you know, I've got my shit together now. You know, I'm financially independent. I've had to settle down. Be careful with that energy. This person often goes on these bouts of wanting to reinvent the wheel. Okay, remember. And the harder they try to push that they've reinvented themselves, like it's an idea no one in the world has ever thought of before, that's the alarm bell should be going off at that point. They don't want to dwell on the past. What they're saying here is, will they address it? Yeah, I think that they will. But they're also going to address it and dissociate at the same time and detach from it like, well, that was the old me. I can't be held responsible in the present for something the old me did. No. They don't want to dwell on the past. And for some of you, the idea here is that they don't find any forward movement or the idea and potential for forward movement if they're still dwelling on the past. Because they're a new person, right? So be very careful of that. Accountability seems to be the theme of this month so far. Being accountable is different than dwelling on it. Okay, yeah, will I be accountable for doing that? Yeah, I'll be accountable for it. Am I going to continue to be held accountable for it for 20 or 30 years? No. But I will be accountable to you for that. And then let's move on. But remember, a leopard doesn't change their spots sometimes, okay? And if the proof is in the pudding, whatever you want to call it, okay? Their actions speak louder than words. If they continue that same behavior pattern, though, after the accountability has been had, all that means is that they've been backed into a corner. There's not really any change. If you see that the behavior has changed, okay, then there you go. But remember, they're not quite there yet. They're getting there, but they're not there yet. And we're not enabling people to stop in their progress where they are. before they get to where they themselves should be, not where we think they should be, but they themselves should be. Let's see what you don't expect here. Oh, okay. Empress and Emperor now are here. Okay, there's more balance here than there was. Empress and Emperor are here now. So what you don't expect is that, yes, are they telling the truth in part? Yes, in some way, that they are elevated. But let's make sure they don't backtrack. They're also in a decision-making phase about how to minimize the damage here. How do I move on from my past behavior? How do I break these patterns of self-destruction? So I think that's what you don't expect, is that they may, in earnest, be trying to break these self-sabotaging patterns they have. So let's see kind of what a final outcome can be from this situation. Enlightenment for you. Conversation brings enlightenment. Conversation does not end up being defensive, but open. Yes, will I be accountable for my actions? I think that I will be, yes. And fresh new start. Okay, moving toward a fresh new start. This is the idea that I want. I'm going to be accountable for that. No, I'm not going to try to defend myself. I know what I did was wrong. So that conversation that you're going to be having with this person who is experiencing hidden emotions, and they're missing you, and they're at a crossroads in their life, may prove to be enlightening for you. So whatever you said to this person stuck. Whatever you said stuck. So that's what I have for you guys for a little bit of love and separation for the collective. And for the rest of you, I'll be seeing you for your monthlies.